okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1,000,000. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Floyd Mayweather is said by Terence Crawford to be only wanting a fight for money. Crawford makes it clear that he doesn't want to fight Mayweather and never even thinks about it. He says that these kinds of fights are more about making a fuss than proving greatness so that big payouts can be made. Crawford says that Mayweather wants to make money more than compete, and he plans to do practice fights after he retires. He says that Mayweather had his time, but this time is his, and he won't let requests based on money take his attention away from what he has already done in boxing.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever... Keep it real, boss. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Yeah, like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Some people think that Floyd Mayweather's latest boxing matches are more about making money than honoring his athletic legacy. People used to praise Mayweather's great defense and unbeatable record, but now he's focused on show fights that pay well but don't add much to the sport. People who study him say that the fact that he often shows off his money suggests that he doesn't need these fights to make money, but is still looking for them. Many people think that since he retired, all of his attention has been on getting money instead of real competitions, which has made some fans unhappy with how his career has gone.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right, he couldn't get going at the rate that he expected. But early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money.
Timothy Bradley, a former world champion, has said something about the possible fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He said that Mayweather has always had trouble with southpaws and that Crawford's wide range of styles would give him a lot of problem. Bradley says that Crawford has the skills that Mayweather doesn't have, like the ability to switch hits, great speed, and the ability to do different things in the ring. He disagrees with Floyd's image for being unbeatable and says that Crawford's powerful style will break through Floyd's defense. Bradley even says that Mayweather isn't as good when he fights boxers like Crawford, which makes things worse between fans of both groups.
Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's going to reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He going to reach with that right hand against Crawford? He going to get slept reaching with that backhand the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? No, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't going to work. That is not going to work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
But a lot of experts think it's unfair to compare Crawford to Mayweather. They say that Floyd has fought many great fighters in the past, even though Crawford hasn't had to deal with the same level of competition. This point of view thinks the comparisons are unfair because Crawford's successes are great, but they don't yet compare to Mayweather's historical importance. These opinions stress that Mayweather is already known to be great. On the other hand, Crawford is still building his case, so he shouldn't be brought up to the same level too fast.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
It was a bold move for boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult to say that Terence Crawford should be put higher than Mayweather for one important reason. He talked a lot about Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez and said that Floyd, no matter how great he was, would never have picked such a dangerous fight like Crawford did. Showbiz says that Crawford put on weight and fought a tough opponent when he was at his best. Floyd was much more strategic about choosing his opponents and when to fight them, but Crawford's willingness to take risks puts him above Mayweather's well-planned career. This point of view calls Floyd's claim that he is unbeatable in boxing history into question.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
It's interesting that Terence Crawford doesn't like being compared to Floyd Mayweather all the time. He has made it clear that he doesn't want to fight Floyd, which shows that Mayweather was from a different time. Crawford says that this time period belongs to him, and that people shouldn't look back but should instead celebrate what he has done now. He admires Floyd's grandeur, but he thinks that their names shouldn't overlap. He thinks it's unfair that people are obsessed with putting him against Mayweather. Floyd has stopped and is no longer at his best, but Crawford is still proving his dominance.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
When asked who would win between Mayweather and Crawford, Danny Garcia, a boxer who has fought big names, gave a polite answer. Garcia didn't pick a side. Instead, he said the fight would probably end in a tie. He said that Floyd's defensive skills and Crawford's wide range of attack skills might work against each other in the ring. Garcia's view shows the respect both fighters deserve, since many people think their skills are so similar that even a made-up fight would not have a clear winner. His words make the already heated argument between fans of both winners even worse.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever that at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley thinks Floyd Mayweather's size will hurt him in his fight with Terence Crawford. Even though Floyd is technically very good, Mosley says he is just too small to compete with Crawford's strength, reach, and flexibility. He thinks that Crawford's physical benefits and ability to change stances and control the ring could make Mayweather's defense useless. Mosley says that this is the most important change. Floyd did well against fighters his size, but Crawford is naturally bigger and stronger, so Floyd would have a hard time against him. His words show that size, not skill, is more important in fantasy games.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no questioning the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbiz, the adult, added depth by making comparisons between Mayweather and Crawford. He said that Crawford's win over Canelo has made people wonder if his legacy is as great as Floyd's or even bigger. But Shaw says that the argument shouldn't be oversimplified because legacies are complicated and can't be judged by just one fight. It was a big deal when Crawford won, but Floyd dominated many weight classes for decades. Showbiz says that comparing them requires a more in-depth look at their consistency, the level of their opponents, and their long-term effects on the sport. Tis Fairview acknowledges Crawford's skill while also respecting Floyd's long history.
I add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things because they're small. They could go up weight classes. They can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain. All right. So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more except for within their weight classes. They fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen Bredman Edwards gave me some new ideas. People who were friends or reporters or told to stop comparing him to other people and instead enjoy Crawford's recent success. Bredman said that Crawford's win over Canelo was a once-in-a-lifetime event that should be recognized, but he didn't say anything about Mayweather. He also criticized the lack of maturity he has seen in talks where boxers are unfairly pitted against each other. He thinks that Floyd is no longer active and that the subject should not be brought up. Instead of never-ending arguments, people should focus on what Crawford has done and give him praise.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare him right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, and they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd to be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights would go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
The fighting world is split, and the argument will never end. A lot of people who back Terence Crawford think he could beat Floyd Mayweather because he has taken risks and overcome obstacles, like putting on weight to beat Canelo Alvarez. Others say Floyd's perfect record and strong defense can't be ignored. It's possible that both men are great in their own ways, reflecting different eras and ways of playing the game. The fact that this fight is still going on shows how much both athletes have changed boxing. Each leaves a unique impact that people still talk about and respect.
Terence Crawford's going to win. I used to think that the size difference was too much. That Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they going to do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez is 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote-unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think he's going to win.
The fight between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is seen by many as the time that made him famous. People thought it was brave and risky to move up to weight classes to fight one of the most dominating champions at the time. Still, Crawford dealt with it correctly and in control. The fight showed that he is not only skilled, but also brave and eager to push himself in ways that not many athletes do. Analysts think this win put him in the company of the all-time greats. Crawford doesn't just see the win as another point on his record. It makes him even more famous as a boxer who took risks and won.
After Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new, undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era, a lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step. And of course, a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Jana Beck posted this with two emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK. And to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Jana Beck is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Jana Beck versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Jana Beck's next opponent. And that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, The first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Bud Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Bud Crawford should do next? Let me know.
That's all for the video today. Watch out. Until the next time.